Hi everyone, I hope you are doing just well. And so I wanted to get on here and ask another question to Mormons and Christians. And this one is a little bit more of a weird question, or a little bit maybe more out of the box, I guess. But I did want to give a thanks to those who have commented on my previous videos I made a couple months back, um, where I asked a question to Mormons, and I mean, I did not expect it to get that many comments. I mean, it seriously got hundreds and hundreds of comments, and so um, you got to give it up to the Mormons. They really showed up, and that's one thing that's impressive about the Mormons, and one thing that makes it attractive is um, how responsive and um, willing to go out of their own way the Mormons are. Um, it, it's like fruit. The fruit of the Mormons is pretty impressive. So um, this question um, is for Christians and for Mormons. Anyone can answer. I'm just kind of, as I've been kind of like, I guess, gravitating towards Christianity and um, Mormon LDS the last couple years. Um, there's been experiences where I've felt a lot of truth and a lot of good stuff from it. Um, but then at the same time, I've had experiences in the past that felt spiritual, um, and just like totally crazy, like something I could have made up. Like it had to have been a spiritual experience that kind of had to do um, totally different than normal Christian or LDS belief. And so I want opinions on some of these things, or I guess insight um, of how I can have these experiences that are maybe contradictory or are different than LDS teaching, but then also kind of believe the LDS teaching at the same time. I'm just like, um, how do you explain these experiences and things like that? And so, um, I guess one thing to get out of the way real quick also is I'm not talking about. Um, I grew up LDS, so I know. I'm not gonna say I know a lot, but I'm familiar with different conversations in the church. For instance, I'm not saying anything like I know in the church that they say that they don't have the, what do you call it, like they don't own the truth, I guess is the way I would say it. And so, and it's one thing I like about the church is that they say that other religions or other beliefs um, can and they do have truth, a lot of them. And so, um, what I'm talking about isn't necessarily that. Um, I'm more so talking about things that might actually contradict the church, or things that the church just doesn't talk about or teach about at all in their teachings, but that I have felt are very true and very powerful. And how if I feel those things that are so powerful and feel really true, but the church doesn't teach about them, then is this really the true church if it doesn't really acknowledge these really powerful or really real things? And so, kind of to let you get more context of what I'm hinting at is I was taking some notes and it was triple M's. It was meditation, manifestation, and matrix. Triple M's. Um, so we'll get into those triple M's. But the first note I wrote before the triple M's was kind of like energy. Like, um, and yeah, this might get a little esoteric, a little bit like that. So as far as I know, I guess I would say I don't know what the average Mormon or what Mormons think about, and Christians, about energy. Um, like, do they have any belief about energy and how it works? Um, is there any opinion on that? Is there any openness to that? And I guess the reason I ask is just my own experience that I've had in my own life of um, what feels like feeling energies. I know that might sound crazy, but um, feeling energies, and um, when I'm on a certain energy, different kinds of things happen, um, and um, just weird experiences of um, even like, I guess this one could be closer to the M, manifestation, where um, thinking about someone or something, and then it happens. I've seen it so many times in my life where there's someone I haven't seen or talked to in a long time, and I think of them, which creates a thought wave, because thoughts are energy. Something's happening inside of here. Um, and then I see that person or thing, and um, I know some people might say it's coincidence, and I think not everything is like, um, or I don't know. I can't make a truth statement on that, but I don't think everything is like just like purposefully happening. I think there's some coincidence, I guess you could say. But yeah, I've just had strong experiences and feelings towards energy, and consciousness, and that how I think a lot of our life is kind of a reflection or a result of our consciousness and our energy, and how those two work together, and how your consciousness kind of directs your energy, and um, things like that. And so, I'm wondering if there's any opinion on that, or if that goes totally against LDS, and uh, LDS people would think that that's just wrong belief, or whatever. And then the next one goes along with it, which is the Matrix. Um, and it's kind of just like, sometimes this world is weird. I mean, I don't know if it's just me. I know it's not just me, because I have friends and stuff I talk to about with this. Um, but um, most of the times I've had these conversations with people who maybe aren't LDS, so maybe um, LDS people don't see this or believe this at all. But I've just had weird Matrix experiences where I'm like, dude, this is like a simulation, or like, this is not just like some physical world only. There is a world, or I don't even know if it's a world, a dimension that goes beyond this one, and uh, there's things that happen in this that are not an accident, and I don't know how to explain this very good. Um, that's why I use the word matrix, is you can kind of understand what that means, I guess. Um, and so I wonder if the LDS has any opinion on the matrix, the world being a matrix, kind of. Um, and that one I won't spend too much time on unless I think of something else. But the next one is meditation, and meditation kind of involves the other two as well. But uh, I've had strong experiences with meditation in my life. Um, Before I started getting back into Christianity and stuff, I was huge into meditation, and um, I've had strong experiences feeling energy on meditation. I've had huge realizations on meditation. I mean, I truly believe meditation has changed my life. And um, the thing with meditation too is the experience of, while you're doing it, can also be very, like, I guess, I don't know if intense is the right word, but really like surreal, I guess. Um, which is just like, I've had experiences on meditation I cannot explain, as just being like, I'm not just there breathing, if that makes sense. Like, if meditation doesn't have anything spiritual to it, or any like anything about it, it's just, you're just sitting there breathing. And it might calm your mind, it might be relaxing, but I mean, no, I've had experiences on meditation that make me think that there's something true to it. There's something spiritual about it. And so when I have those experiences, and I've had those experiences, it kind of makes me question, like, okay, if I can have these experiences with meditation, then you would think that whatever religion or whatever beliefs include meditation in their teachings, that's got to be where the truth is, right? Or else, why would meditation be so powerful? And why would the true church not teach anything about meditation, if meditation is this real spiritual thing? And so I kind of wonder what Christians and uh, LDS think about that. I know some Christians would maybe argue that meditation is like demonic. And same with some of these other things I'm talking about. And to be fair, honestly, I see that as a fair argument because at least it's not ignoring the spiritual um, parts of these experiences. It's just saying that it's not like a good spiritual. And so I guess I'm open minded to that idea, um, but I've also felt that in these experiences, they don't feel demonic for the most part. I mean, well, in my experience, they haven't been demonic really at all. I have felt demonic experiences, but not when I'm meditating or anything like that. But um, yeah, I think I'm going to keep it at that. I'm not going to go too much into detail on all of those things. This is kind of a topic that you either like have a connection to and you can kind of see where I'm coming from, or you think it's just totally batshit crazy. Like, dude, who believes in energy and meditation and uh, manifestation? Like, um, yeah, yeah, it's really one of those things that's just like you're either open to it or you're not. Um, and some people are just not interested, or they just think it's totally bull crap, I guess, for lack of a better word. But yeah, let me know what you think. That's it. See ya.